In our driver's seat is the 2008 Honda Civic EXL. 2008 is the first year that Honda have offered the EXL in the Civic. It means you get leather, you get navigation, and you get a little more luxury, which hasn't been available in this line. Now, adding the EXL to the Honda Civic line gives the Honda Civic line a whole new luxury platform.
Well, in today's market, there certainly is a place for a car like this. Whether you're looking for luxury, whether you're looking for utilitarianism, or you're looking for a little bit of zippy performance in your economy car, this car can do it. The Honda Civic has been one of those cars, it's kind of like the safety blanket for those that don't really want anything but want it all. The car has so many attributes you don't know where to focus. We're certainly going to take a look at the interior. We're certainly going to take a look at the overall car as a whole, but right now we're going to start under the hood.
Underneath the hood of the 2008 Honda Civic EXL, you'll find a 1.8-litre engine, and Honda have done a really good job of making this engine seem a lot more powerful than it actually is.
Well, it does make 140 horsepower, so it's certainly no slouch. The thing that goes beyond the numbers is the way that the engine has been engineered over the years. Honda's done such a great job of year after year, model line after model line, of delving so much engineering into these cars. They've increased horsepower without increasing displacement. They've increased fuel mileage without decreasing any kind of performance gains. You know, that's the great balance between Hondas. They're not the fastest cars in the world, and they certainly aren't the best handling, though it does have independent suspension that does give it a sporty feel. These cars are just flat dead reliable. That's the thing about a Honda. Though it's said that you have to change the oil in a car and do all the maintenance that's required to keep the warranty, the reality of it is, I wonder if everyone in the world that owned one of these, if just one of them was daring enough to do this, buy it and never do anything to it, I still say it would last for maybe even a couple 100,000 miles. That's the beauty of these cars. Great engineering and great durability. You know, it's hard to say what the real intent of this Civic is supposed to be when it comes to road handling. You know, you have the Civic Si on one end of the spectrum and the DX on the other. This being the luxury brand, all three cars share the same basic architecture as far as suspensions. McPherson struts in the front, multi-link rear out back, but it's more about the way they tune it. Now, this car has a little bit more road noise than I'd like to see in a $20,000 Civic, but overall the car still handles well and overall will give you a great drive. Well, we joked about it in the studio, but you know what? One of the guys on the show pointed out something I thought was kind of funny. Is this really a Civic without a giant picnic bench spoiler on the back? Well, not everybody wants one of those, but the Civic EXL, like the one we have in the studio right here, is based around luxury, and you get some nice choices. Great color combinations, nice body lines on the side, give it some great character. Overall, I like the look of the new Civic. More importantly, I think the front end is definitely the focal point.
When this model of Civic showed itself a couple of years ago, it won many awards around the world, and the Civic's design has gone on to be an icon in the Honda lineup. A couple of things around the front that they do really well is they actually make everything fit into the shape of the vehicle. It's almost like the shape of the vehicle was designed, and then they decided to put all the portions in there, like the grille and the headlights and the fog lights and the front bumper. So the whole thing is a very nice, slow, smooth curve from front to back. The car looks very uniform with the monochromatic door handles and mirror. Everything fits together, and it's the shape of the car that really make this thing significant. Some of the things that this EXL comes with that don't come in the rest of the Civic line, of course, there's the leather interior. The nice headliner matches that. Steering wheel and position are very nice. Of course, the Civic on the inside has that speedometer, which is right underneath the windshield, which is significant for this brand. But some other things that are well placed on the inside, in the armrest, you have your window controls and your door locks. And then the navigation system, which is very easy to use, is in the center of the dash and is that one-touch navigation that gets you around where you need to go. Altogether, nicely laid out. And the leather, XM stereo satellite, and the extras on the inside really make this car an extra luxurious pleasure to drive.
When it comes to the interior, well, Nick's covered pretty much everything that's an attribute when it comes to the electronics and a lot of little tidbits that makes it great. I'm going to talk about comfort. Whether it's in the front seat or in the back seat, you can find a comfortable seating position. No, it's not the old family cruiser with 12 feet of room in the back, but overall, I think the small growing family or even the person that wants something that doesn't have just two doors is gonna find what they want in here. Room, comfort, and usability. Now, as a time in the program where we talk about the 2 ups and 1 down for this, the 2008 Honda Civic EXL. Now, love them or hate them, Honda knows how to do one thing well: build a quality vehicle. You feel it on the drive, you see it in the interior, and overall the vehicle is a well-engineered piece of technology. My other up is going to be the overall day-to-day way that the interior makes it easy for you to use this as a daily commuter. There's a place for your cell phone, your coffee mug, even your briefcase at any given time, and it does it with the ability to give you room for even a guy my height and weight. That's definitely going to be an up in my book. Now, the downside is that kind of soulless look on the outside. I know that Nick talked about the exterior having a little bit of that monochromatic look, and I talked about how I like the fact that it didn't have a giant spoiler on the back. But overall, it just lacks that little bit of extra soul I'd like to see in the vehicle. It doesn't take away from the fact that Honda's going to sell a lot of them. It's just a personal opinion. That, for me, is the 2 ups and 1 down.
Let's talk about the 2 ups and 1 down that I have for the 2008 Honda Civic EXL. First of all, I wish Honda could take the model of this vehicle and impregnate it to all of their other models. This is the most perfect piece of engineering for its class that I have seen. Now, I'm not a huge Honda fan, but let me tell you some things about this vehicle that make it absolutely outstanding. Under $20,000, you got leather, you got navigation, you got an engine that seems like it's more than 140 horsepower, you've got something that will not burn a huge amount of gas, gets you where you need to go, and handles excellently on the road. Under $20,000. You look at other car companies that have their vehicles in the same price range, this is going to win a gold medal every time. Honda have done a perfect job in creating the small sedan, the small car that gets good gas mileage, and something that's a pleasure to drive out of that. Now, there's a lot of ups in there, but let's take those two. Very good engineering and gas mileage, and excellent comfort on the interior. The down for this vehicle has got to be that Honda don't use this model in the rest of their line. Never been a big Honda fan, but looking at the new Accord, they've done some great jobs with that, but nothing in their line beats what they've done with the Civic. And that's our complete review of the 2008 Honda EXL.
The 2008 Honda Civic 4-door EXL Navi comes standard with 140 horsepower, 1.8 liter, 16 valve, 4-cylinder engine, and a 5-speed automatic transmission. Its base price is $20,710 with an as-tested price of $21,444. City mile per gallon EPA rating is 25. Highway mile per gallon EPA rating is 36.
The driver's seat is brought to you by Ray Reese Volkswagen. Family owned and specializing in Volkswagens for over 15 years. And proudly presenting the all-new Portland Hyundai. Check them out at rayreese.com. Miles Around Television is brought to you by Baxter Auto Parts. With 4 warehouses stocked full of parts ready to ship, Baxter Auto Parts can get you the parts you need when you need them. Buy with confidence from Baxter Auto Parts. Check them out at BaxterAutoParts.com. Kingpin Audio, home of the top 12 installers in the nation. The best products, the best installers, period. If it's not Kingpin, it's just noise. Miles Around Television is broadcasting each week from Gresham Toyota Studios. Walk in, grab your Just Looking badge and relax. Then check out hundreds of new, used, and certified Toyotas worry-free. Gresham Toyota, where just looking is no problem.